Hey, day 11 of Jump Rope Explorations. If I'm a little sweaty and out of breath, I've been doing a little bit of skipping. So today I'm going to go over what I consider number 3 and number 3 of 3 of the fundamental types of jump roping that you should master or get proficient with before you're able to then basically move on to every other type of variations or combinations that are possible with jump roping, including tricks. So the first one was the basic bounce, the second was the alternating footstep, and now with the boxer step, you could actually think of it as something of a combination or in between those two steps, because the basic bounce, we're clearing both feet at the same time with the rope. The alternating footstep, we're clearing one foot at a time, but in even fashion. Now with the boxer step, you're going to clear both feet at the same time, just as with the basic bounce, but it's going to be like a alternating footstep in that you're coming down with one foot a little bit faster than the other. And this is why if you master all three, you're able to just start learning all the other types of variations, because you're able to jump 2 feet, 1 foot at a time, and in between. So let me just demonstrate first, and then we'll break it down. I'll do a few basic bounces before I go into the boxer shuffle or the boxer step, and everything else from the feet up, as far as the mechanics, are going to remain the same as in the first two jumps. Okay, so as you can see, it's like a toe tap. Okay, and what's happening here, technically how that movement of where it looks like a toe tap is possible is you're dividing or transferring weight, more weight on one leg and less weight on the other leg. So in order to get that concept down, if you were to, you could try this or just imagine it, if you were to shuffle to the side and then shuffle back, and do this with some speed, you can see that the landing leg, the leading leg, has more weight than the trailing leg, and that the trailing leg is on the tippy toe, so that you could, with almost no weight on it, okay, so that you could quickly move on to the other side. So there's the transference of the weight. Now if you were to bring that closer and closer and closer, then you have the boxer step. If you want to take it way slow and you want to do it completely in place and just get an idea of that transference of the weight, then all you do is just come down with more weight on the other foot as you do like a 90-10 or a 95-5 weight transference. So the one with almost no weight is on the tippy toes, and then as that one comes down, the other one goes on the tippy toes. Okay, so you're rolling from toes to balls to the feet. You're not really coming down to the feet during the real jump. So this is basically in place. Now, if you were to then start picking up one foot more than the other, now you basically have a very low boxer step. And then you could add the arm rotation as for shadow jumping, as you should, and then try coming up a little bit higher as if you are going to clear that jump rope. Okay, now then when you're ready for the actual to try it with the jump, again we slow it down, and we could just do one rotation on one foot at a time. Okay, so it would be like a little, did you see that, like a little shuffle, like a little horse trot. Okay, and then you could do 2 and 3, and just try it. And this one takes a lot of rhythm, so if that part is difficult, you get tripped up, then just go back to the shadow jumping. Now the reason why this is called the boxer step, why it's popular with the boxers, is that when you're doing endurance training, this is a way that you could keep going with a movement And this one, you're still kind of keeping your cardio going, but it's not taking a lot of movement. It's very little movement. It's a way to just kind of keep that endurance training going versus like hardcore jumping. So that way you don't need to stop. So it's great for overall conditioning, and that's the reason why it's called the boxer's step. But if you just think about the fact that anytime you're coming up on your toes, okay, that this is how you're able to move and change direction, okay, that you're on the toes and the top of the balls of your foot. Okay, this is why this is also a great one to try, to be able to then move on to variations with this style. All right, give it a go.